You're listening to The Alex Jones Show.
Fix bayonets.
Fix bayonets. We are now entering overdrive.
All right.
With your host, Alex Jones, broadcasting live from the front lines. If you are receiving this transmission, you are the resistance.
I'm going to break down all the documents. I already did a lot of it here, but I'm going to neurotically just give you whistleblowers, documents, just all the horrible things, the cancer viruses, the troops dying from the smallpox and anthrax shots. That's all coming up tonight, Nightly News, 7 o'clock Central. And who's hosting the main news tonight? Leanne McAdoo, but I'll be on the show with her. Dave, thanks for holding her on the air.
How you doing there, Al?
Doing all right, brother.
I just wanted to ask you a few questions. The Super Bowl ads, do you think they were set up for Hillary? And also, do you think that all the gold we used to have in the Federal Reserve has been given to the World Bank? And then everything that's going on in the Middle East, do you think that ISIS is selling the oil to Saudi, which is helping bring down the price of oil? And do you also think, since the king is gone, do you think, since they have this other guy in, do you think that World Bank is trying to take everything underneath of them and back it with our gold, the European gold, and instead of the petrodollar, it'd be the petro SDR?
Dave, I think you should host the show. I mean, I think all of that is accurate, and I agree with you. And we know the Saudis are getting some of the oil, as if the West couldn't block bank accounts or shut that down. I mean, they've empowered them to do this. But I forgot your first question. What was your first one?
Do you think all the ads that were going on?
Oh, absolutely. Well, yeah, I mean, it's all part of that agenda. Like, vote for her because she's a woman. Even though she's a big fat liar and a criminal and does all this horrible stuff, you know, vote for women, a leap forward for women. By every metric, you know, women and men are just being enslaved. And so don't vote for somebody because of what they stand for. Vote for them because they're black or they're white or they're a woman. No. I'd vote for a black woman right now if she sounded like Ron Paul. I don't care. I'd love it. But I'm not going to vote for a woman or a black guy if they, you know, act like, you know, Mao Zedong or something. And, you know, it just comes down to what they stand for. And it's just, it's sick. But, yes, this is all part of this agenda that men have done something wrong. Men have to be kept in line. Men are bad people. Thank you, Dave. Great points. Weren't really questions. It was a great point in the form of a question. Alan in Ohio, thank you for holding.
Hi, Alex. I recently went to the doctor and got my flu shot. A few hours later, my feet went numb, and a week later, I got the flu.
Yep. So you got a little Guillain-Barré. Well, at least you're not like a lot of folks that end up getting paralyzed and then dying.
And the doctor said it was a bad batch. Do you think it was a bad batch, or?
They always just say that. I mean, you had a better doctor to admit it was a vaccine, but yeah, you got a bad batch. Kind of like, you know, if you bought some cigarettes and got lung cancer, it must have been a bad batch. No, they're all bad. These companies are bad, the big vaccine makers. There are limited runs done by select specialty companies that license it from the big guys. And you can get what they think are safer vaccines that the elites take. The elites all over the world do not take the vaccines we take. And I would love access to them. I would still do a cost-benefit analysis. There's still some problems. But it's not the vaccines we're dodging, folks. It's what they're adding to them. Does that make sense?
Yeah, now I wouldn't take a vaccine if my life depended on it after that.
In fact, guys, for the special report, find me the articles about the, quote, special vaccines the elite get. Thank you. I want to show that Monsanto has, you know, its own cafeterias that don't have GMO in them. And then it's in the news today that 90-something% of Monsanto shareholders voted against, in a study, voted against labeling. I mean, it's just crazy. Look at this. Obama wants more money for military spy satellites, lasers, and space fence. But meanwhile, Obama puts limited restrictions on NSA spying. Yeah, and he gave you free health care, too, right? All right, I'm sorry I'm out of time for Joseph and Anthony. If you call me back tomorrow and tell them you were on hold, we'll put you to the head of the line. God bless you. Pretty powerful broadcast today. I think I got mad, so now I'm exhausted. But we'll see how it all turns out on the Nightly News this evening, 7 o'clock Central. I don't claim to have all the answers, but I know this, folks. We got criminals running the show. They're trying to mop up opposition. It's time to stand up and open a can of whoop-ass on them politically. Comes Rubella.
The government's Department of Homeland Security is buying up loads of ammo. At the same time, they're restricting civilians' rights to own and purchase firearms. Can you put two and two together?